So we're going to do a product review on the Smith's Diamond Combination Sharpener. We're going to see how well this bad boy performs.
Welcome back, everybody. Like I said, we're going to do a product review on the Diamond Combination Sharpener right here. We're going to be sharpening my Gerber right here. You can see it. This is the Gerber 420 HC. It's also known as it's a self-defense knife. It's called a boot knife. And I've had this for a long time, and as you can see, we got a couple of pieces of paper right here. It's not very sharp. So we're gonna use this, see if we can sharpen it up and make it up to our standards. So stay with me. Now overall, this is really great because you have a nice, safe, almost like sheath-like case for it, and you can put a little lanyard right here or some 550 cord, right? And you can take it with you, put it in your bug out bag or your inch bag in your car, wherever you are. Just leave it at the house, and you can always have a nice clean surface that you can start to sharpen your knives with. So having a sharpener is important. I mean, there's no doubt about it, and I've heard great things about this, so we're gonna give it a shot. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to really focus on my hands here. So we're going to take this out. And so what we want to do, how we sharpen our knives, we're going to lay them flat like that. And then we're going to move them up just a little bit, like 45 degrees. Just like that. Real easy. Nothing flashy, nothing sexy. But this is how you get these sharp. So we're going to do this, and we're going to see if we can get it sharp enough to do what we need to do. So I want it sharp enough to cut a few pieces of paper together. So we're going to do this a couple times, and now I'm going to switch sides. So as you can see here, we have switched sides. Same thing, I'm just switching hands. Lay it flat down, elevate it a little bit, go. Super easy. So I'm going to do this a few more times on each side, and then we'll see what the final product is. So I've run it on the sharpener quite a few times. So now we're going to take our pieces of paper here, and we're going to see how well it cuts through. So you saw before, it was unable to do anything before, and after just, a minute or so of working on it, it's able to cut through 2 pieces of paper. Now, I still want to get this thing a little sharper, and I'm still wanting to do some finer tuning on it, but overall, it works. It works great. Now, how sharp you want to get it, it's up to you. I'm probably going to do a video on that later, but for me, my knives, whether they're EDC knives or knives around the house, especially if they're EDC, they have to be sharp enough to dispatch and harvest an animal with. If I can't skin an animal with this, if I can't skin a deer with this confidently, I don't carry it on my person. Everybody has their own thing, but when it comes to EDC, right, you have your knife in case you need it for a worst case scenario, right? So cutting a seatbelt off of you, maybe a self-defense related encounter. For me, if I can skin an animal with this effectively, if I can skin a deer with this effectively, it's going to be perfect for self-defense. I'm going to be able to cut seatbelts with it. I'm going to be able to do whatever I need to do with it. So for me, that is my gauge. Now, I'll get probably into that a little more in another video, but you have to decide how sharp you want this thing. Like I said, you saw the paper test earlier. This thing couldn't even cut through a piece of paper. Now it's cutting through multiple pieces of paper just fine. So, like I said, I still want to get it a little bit sharper, but there you have it. This thing works. Takes little skill. You don't have to be super skilled. It's super affordable, and it gets the job done. As you can see, there's 2 sides to it. There's plenty there's plenty of life left on this thing. So, like I said, I'm not saying go out and get this one, but having a sharpener that you can use, it's handy, super important, because once I start using this, or if I cut some boxes or whatever, eventually the knife will dull. So being able to get it back in working condition is super important. Like I said, you have to figure out what works for you. But for me, I don't want to carry a knife on my body and go out into the real world if I'm not confident that I can skin and harvest an animal with it. So there you go. Hope you guys liked the video. As always, guys, long live the Republic.